All right, so we've made it through stoichiometry. We can now convert from moles of one substance into moles of another substance using a balanced equation. We can change from grams of one substance into grams of another substance, again, using the molar mass in a balanced equation. And then we can do the shortened versions, which are you can have either grams or moles and converting to either grams or moles. The fourth part is they can give you other units. If you recall that we know density is the number of grams over a milliliter. Density is found by mass over volume, so you could have grams over milliliter. You also know about particles using Avogadro's number of 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd. It can be molecules, ions, formula units, or atoms. And then also we know molar volume, which is 1 mole is 22.4 liters. All of these substances and all of these numbers can be added on to stoichiometry. So in the previous screencast, we talked about ending or starting with grams or moles. You can then be asked to change from your moles to liters using the molar volume, or you can change your moles into molecules using Avogadro's number, or you can change your grams into milliliters if it's a density is given. It just depends on what units they ask you to find and what information they give you. So this graphic I'm about to put up might stress you out a little bit, but just take a moment and look at it. It might help. So we can start with the mass of a substance, and if we have the mass, we can go to using the molar mass to find the moles. And once you have the moles, you can use the mole ratio and find moles of something else. Well, if we back up first, before we get to the mass, we could have used density to, we could have been given volume of a substance and a density, and we could have found the mass. Another thing that you can do is they could give you the number of molecules or formula units of a substance, and you could convert that into moles and then start in on the mole ratio portion. So here are two alternate starting points along with the traditional mass one. So we have three different places that we could start before we even do our stoichiometry. Now, if we continue, we were at the mole ratio and we changed into something else. So we found moles of something else, and you can go on and find molecules or formula units and stop. You can also find the mass of a substance and stop, or you can be asked to use the density and find the volume of a substance. So the original three-step problem could be 5 steps. It could have more starting points or different things other than grams or moles. You just have to read the problem carefully, identify what they're giving you, and make sure you have a balanced equation whenever you try to set it up.